The broadcast you're about to hear is a special sports presentation brought to you by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Linhart Field in Lunenburg, Virginia. It's a very hot and muggy day, actually, about 93 degrees out there.
Hot, muggy, humid, whatever you want to call it. It's a hot one.
And this is the second game and of actually today, and it's going to be the Dinnwiddie National that's going to go up against the Blackstone All-Stars.
Yep.
And, well, this is the loser bracket. No going home for either one of these teams. For a loss, the winner will go and play.
No tomorrow for the losers.
That's right, no tomorrow for the losers. However, the winner will have to go up against Dinnwiddie American.
Yeah, so that's going to be a tough game, but you got to win today, otherwise it's a moot point. So I think both teams will be coming out with their best pitchers or best hitters, and we've already seen Blackstone, due to a rain delay, has been able to bring their best pitcher back again.
Well, they will be. The thing is, if Blackstone, okay, let's talk about them for a second. Biggest problem is them prematurely swinging at baseballs that are not.
Got them in so much trouble.
Yep, they're outside of that strike zone.
Yep, and that's something that you don't want to do. And on the other hand, on the pitching side, well, they're going to start Matt Hart, and if Matt Hart is on, he's going to be pretty tough. But Matt's going to have to also be very aware of who he's pitching to, and make sure that he doesn't give anybody any low any bad change-ups or hang it up there where they can just say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and hit the ball out of the park.
Yeah, and this Dinnwiddie National team is a hitting team, no doubt about it. So,
which now talk about the defense.
Anyways, here we come. Josh Bond will be starting out hitting for the Blackstone All-Stars. Here we go. Another day of baseball. Game of baseball, I should say.
Okay, Lewis will be starting off pitching for the Dinnwiddie American.
Yep.
All right, so now the games begin. Here comes now the pitch. Lewis will now wind up. Here comes the pitch. And
the first one.
First swing, that was high. That's something we can't do.
Yep, that was high. We just baited for the entire
I can't believe it.
Especially with how hot and humid it is. You want to get these pitchers. I mean, they can't be swinging at their eyes or down at their shoestrings.
Yep. Okay, here comes Lewis with the pitch. And that was going to be an in for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Should have been 2 balls, though, but oh well.
Brandon Parrish, hard-hitting Brandon Parrish will be coming up. He's on deck for the Blackstone All-Stars. Lewis now looking with a 1-1 count. He winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that was going to be ball number 2, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, wait for your pitch. Josh needs to sit there. I know he wants another home run, but he's got to sit back there and wait for the pitch that he wants. Don't let the pitcher dictate this game.
Exactly.
Lewis now winds up, delivers, and this one's going to be a chop up, and it could fall in a hole, and it does, but they called out a foul.
Yeah, it just landed right here on this side of the line by like a ball.
But he reached for that one,
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
And that's why, I mean, I think after you hit a home run, man, I can hit anything, and shoot, man, all of a sudden,
It's called bat swinging fever.
2-2 is the count. See what Josh Bond can do. Here comes now the pitch, and this one's
swing.
That was a terrible change-up or sucker. That thing went sky high.
Full count.
Jolly Green Giant. So this is the full count.
There you go. Make that pitcher work some.
Here comes now the pitch. Lewis delivers, and it's a ball 4.
There you go. That's it. Now.
Runner on first base, and the first runner on board.
On them.
Yep.
Exactly.
And now here comes Brandon Parrish. And Brandon Parrish has been one that he automatically will swing at the first one, and you got to be careful.
Yep. Right in there, babe. With this guy walking people, keep that down the shoulder until he throws a strike.
Lewis now looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. Lay low, and it's in there for ball 1.
I mean, this pitcher is having control problems already. It's just the heat and humidity seems to be getting to him.
Well, that's what happened against Dinnwiddie American, that they ran into pitching problems, very quickly, very early in the game.
Exactly. Work that pitcher. Make him tired.
Josh Bond on first base for Blackstone All-Stars. And that one's going to be a strike. Bond will take probably about a 3 or 4 step and now go on back to first base.
That's no problem. That was a good weight on that one.
1 ball and 1 strike to pitch. Brandon trying to move Josh Bond at least around the second base. Here comes now the pitch from Lewis. And that one's going to be low. That's in there for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
See, now we go.
I'm liking what I see so far.
I am too, exactly. That's 9 pitches this pitcher's up to now already. And so far, he's got nothing to show for it but a man on first.
Lewis now looks and takes aim. Pitching from the windup. Here comes now the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Brandon Parrish. And that was pretty much right down the middle. I think Brandon had to take that one.
I agree. That was a good pitch. You couldn't watch that one go by.
He was just behind it.
Yep.
2-2 now is the count. Brandon needs to brace himself, protect the plate, and hit a good one. Here comes now the pitch to wind up. Here's the delivery to Brandon Parrish. That one's going to be low. And there goes Josh Bond. Will go down to second base, and he will be safe at second with no challenge at all.
More important, here comes the pitcher in another full count situation. It's 2 in a row he's gotten himself into.
Well, the thing is, you don't want pitching like he's pitching. The last thing you want to do is walk another player, and you got Logan Powell and Matt Hart coming up right behind that. Yep. That's real trouble with with runners on base. Lewis winds up. Here comes now the pitch. Brandon Parrish wants that one go by for ball 4, and now here comes Logan to Powell.
And we talk about pitching. We talk about this. That's now 2 walks in a row, and he's already thrown 12 pitches. He has nothing RP to show for it.
And I'm not exactly sure how many other pitchers that Dinnwiddie has.
They have a couple. I don't know. This is probably their best pitcher, though. They kind of have to use it. They're like Blackstone right now.
Here comes Lewis. And that was a nice pitch there. That's
but
in there.
They have to play for no tomorrow. Both teams do. Both teams have to play like there's no tomorrow.
Exactly.
Now there is no tomorrow for the loser.
Exactly.
Yep.
1 ball and no strikes to Logan Powell. He needs to time him out. Here comes out a pitch. And that's in there for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just a little bit outside.
But I agree with Tim. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Blackstone team. They're being very patient in the ball. It may cost them a few strikes, but it's worth it to tire this pitcher out.
Here comes Lewis winding up in the pitch.
Now the strike.
And that's in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Logan's got to protect that plate. Logan this year missed most of the season with a broken ankle playing basketball. But was able to get healed up by All-Star, and they got a special affidavit. Here comes the pitch.
That's
strike number 3. Logan strikes out watching the ball go by. Okay.
Now, here goes Matthew. Now, Matthew needs to be patient, but realize this pitcher could be on. And they're moving their people back. Look at the outfield.
They know about him.
Look at him.
Well, the Cobra's going to have to be patient as well, especially these sucker pitches that are coming to him.
Yep, they're not. Look at the catcher moving over.
Yep, look at the catcher moving over. And Matthew's going to watch that one go by for ball 1.
They're not going to walk him, are they?
I don't know. I cannot. Let me see what the pitcher.
No, he's just posting up outside fastball.
Okay.
If it's there, all Matt's got to do is step towards first base and go with the pitch.
All right, there he goes again. Look at that.
Outside
wow.
Post, yeah.
Yep. And Matthew does the same thing. Matthew just watches that ball go by. So Matthew, that's in one of those home run clubs, they don't want pitch nothing to him.
Matthew better not get frustrated here.
Yep.
Don't start swinging at stuff.
That was runners on first and second.
All right, down the middle.
See what the Cobra can do. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be ball 3.
You talk about Matthew's home run club, but Matthew's home runs are towers. We're talking 350, 375 shots.
Yep.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. Here comes the windup. 3 balls and no strikes. And that's in there for strike 1.
Oh, I don't know about that, but that was close. Okay.
And catching that corner. That's exactly where they want to go with it. Yep. All Matt's got to do is step towards first and take it.
All right. Here comes the pitch. 1 ball and 2. Here comes a hard hit ball. Oh, and that will go. It's going to set up.
But the guy comes in
first, but they move the guys around. Well, Matthew may have one out, but it did move everybody into scoring position.
Exactly.
That's going to bring up Andrew Pumphrey, and a good time for Andrew to be on base. He's not the fastest, be at the bat. He's a good hitter, and but the thing is, I'm going to tell you, they got to keep it. This infield is good.
Yep, and that puts. But Matthew's hit does put two people in scoring position.
And he stepped towards first and went with that outside pitch.
Yep, Matt's done his job now. It's up to Pumphrey to seal the deal.
Here comes now the pitch from Lewis. And this is a hard hit, one right up the middle. And this is going to score at least one. They're going to try to score two. And it's going to be close. He gets it, and he's safe. 2-0. Blackstone takes an early lead.
That's the way to bring it in, John.
And that's exactly what Blackstone needed to do in this case.
Yep.
And if they can build up a lead, we'll take a lot of pressure off of the Cobra when he starts pitching on the other end.
Exactly.
So we got 2 outs.
That brings up RD. RD's been having a very good tournament so far. So if Lewis doesn't take care of it, this could be bad for him.
Here comes a swing, and that's going to be an in for ball 1.
I remember that on the last game, RD was that last batter, and that ball was only like 2 or 3 feet from the fence.
Yeah.
So RD's a very good hitter.
Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be, good catch. And I want to say for the right fielder came in, and he made a great catch. One man left on base, and it's 2-run score for the Blackstone All-Stars. It's 2-0. We will be right back right after these messages.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Lynn Hart Field in Lunenburg, Virginia, Blackstone All-Stars, they take a 2-0 lead off of some pretty good heads-up batting, and now allow us see what they can do here in the field.
Yeah, now this we said it before. This word's be win or loss right here for Blackstone. If Matthew and the defense of Blackstone can contain this very powerful Dinnwiddie National hitting team, then this Blackstone could win this game. But I still think it's going to be a fight the entire way.
Yes, it is.
Now Matt Hart is kind of finishing his warm-up, though. Matt Hart, like Brandon Parrish, is an excessive 70-mile-an-hour fastball pitch. So
this heat humidity kind of burns out pitchers fast.
And it really does.
And tell Matt, drink a lot of water, sit in the shade when you're down, that sort of thing.
And we're getting ready to get things going.
There we go.
Zach Medlin will be up first.
Yep, center fielder for the Dinnwiddie National. He had a pretty good night against Charlotte, even though it didn't turn out quite like they wanted it to.
All right, well, let's see if the Cobra can light them up here. Matt now looks, here comes down the pitch. And that's going to be right down the middle for strike number 1.
And they're going to learn, National's going to learn what many other batters have learned over the years. Waiting on Matthew probably isn't a good idea.
Matt takes a deep breath, now winds up. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Give me some tilt, baby.
If Matthew gets through this front 4, front 5, And they should be able to sail through the rest of the lineup with this team.
Yep.
Here comes the pitch. Here comes the mitt. That was going to be in there. That's going to be in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now, Matthew, be careful not to get behind these guys in the lineup. He's trying to start placing, and they're able to start doing.
Matthew may need to draw that line if he hadn't done so already.
Draw the line. That's right.
That's the first thing he did.
Here comes now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. It's in there for strike number 2.
See you, babe.
Matthew's looking at different sales.
You what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that, but
all right,
that's bad.
2-2 pitch. Here comes Matt with a pitch. And that one's going to be hit. And that was right to Josh Vaughn, and that's out number 1. And that's what we're talking about. They're going to hit off of Matt. The thing is, if you contain them, that is the key. And that was good heads-up play by Josh Vaughn playing second base.
That very well could have got past him.
Yeah, because their hits are going to come over here to the right side.
Yeah.
They're going to be behind Matt.
Josh and Lawson need to be prepared now. They need to be on the mark there.
All right. This one's in here for ball 1. So Maitland flies out at second base. Let's see what Ethan Lau. He didn't leap out. He had a home run the other day.
Yep. Low, way low. Hey, Matthew. He bent his back a little too far. So.
Yeah, released way too late.
Well, I think Matthew should go ahead and try to gun it past Lau, even though that Lau's a good hitter, and I'll say why.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, because you're up 2-0. Here comes no, and this one's going to be right to Morris. Morris will throw it, and he's out of there.
There we go. That's how you save your pitcher right there.
Oh, yes.
It's 2 up, 2 down, and like you say, you do this to the meat of the Dinnwiddie National lineup right now, which I think is even more important. That brings up Cole Wallace, who I believe did have a home run on other night.
Again, no men on, so Matthew can go ahead and light this guy up if he can. I mean, he shouldn't have to throw anything super special, just keep his fastballs up, maybe hit the corners. Hart now winds up. Here comes a pitch.
Outside.
And that one's outside, ball 1. What you don't want to do is, if he gets behind, he doesn't want to let up on his pitches and let the guy time him out. Here comes now the pitch. And this is a swing and a miss in there for strike number 1.
Didn't that one look like it sunk a little bit on?
Well, that was a 2-seam cutter.
Okay.
Is what it was.
I wonder what that was.
That's what I had him throw, was a 2-seam cutter.
Matt winds up. Here comes out a pitch. And this one's going to be a fly ball, and it's going to be out of play, and nobody's going to get it.
That's
Brandon Parrish came in from from right field, and so did Peyton Lawson, and they got under it, but couldn't quite get it.
Fits the leg.
Yep, and that's going to be
it. You know, back in my day, I would have jumped over the fence and still gone after it.
That's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
No one talked to him.
Okay.
Matthew looks. Now winds up. Here comes the pitch. And what was that?
Well, I don't know what that was.
What was that?
He tried throwing a changeup. He should have threw high outside fastball.
That brings the count 2-2, but that changeup didn't work with a, well,
you know what?
With a darn.
Watch the language. We're a family podcast, a family broadcast here.
Oh, lie. Here comes out a pitch. And that one was a high fly ball. Brandon Parrish will call it. He gets underneath it, and he misses it. Oh, man, what happened? That is something that I'm going to tell it right now. It's something that we can't do.
Yep.
No.
That was a mistake, a big one on our side.
And that gave them.
But now their best hitters up too. Gavin Lewis, who I know had a home run the other night. And the problem is that kind of makes your pitcher not very confident in his defense. You got to stop doing that there.
Brandon Parrish, I think what happened was his son may have gotten in his eye.
That must have been it. That's one thing I can think of.
Yeah, well, look at the son. If you relate it, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So Hart now winds up. He throws it. And this one's going to be high fly ball. Logan's good underneath it. He calls it. And he's in the shade almost. And that will be the 3rd and final out. So 1 man left on. And it is 2-0 Blackstone. We shall be right back right after this.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stack.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
These These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Okay, we're back here at Lynn Hartfield in Lunenburg, Virginia. 2-0, a Blackstone leading over the Dinnwiddie national team.
You know, getting out of that series with nothing scored that's a big morale booster there for Blackstone after that terrible loss, heartbreaking loss they took the other day.
Now, Matthew actually doesn't have any strikeouts yet, does he?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
Nope. Nope. The numbers. Nope.
What does that tell you? It means the defense has been coming through from him. That's good.
Lewis will stay in pitching, and we got Jacob Morris the bat, shortstop for the Blackstone.
And here comes the pitch. That one's going to be in there for ball one.
I thought it was a strike.
So did I.
Anyways, that's I was going to say there.
Yeah, that was a strike.
Was it a strike? I thought it was a strike too. Yeah.
Look good from here. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 2. The biggest thing, keeping that
pitcher working.
Yeah, keeping that pitcher working. Here comes now the windup. Lewis, the pitch. That one's going to be low. Ball 1.
Yeah, if I was Blackstone, I wanted to see that pitcher pitch 100 pitches by the next inning.
They got the scoreboard.
The
got 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, it is 2-1.
Lewis now winds up, pitches the ball, and that is
now it's 2 strikes.
So it's 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here at Lynn Hart. As for Lewis,
Jacob's got to protect that plate now.
Lewis winds up. Here comes the pitch, and that is a foul. And the umpire puts both hands up for a foul. Now he'll hang in there with a 2-2 count.
I've been looking at the numbers here. Pretty much, this pitcher has pitched at least 5 and 6 pitches to every batter so far.
Boy, you can run up some pitches, though, pitching that kind of a ball game.
Especially in this heat.
Yep.
So here comes the windup and the pitch. And that was a foul back.
Good way to stay.
And moreover, works that pitcher.
Exactly.
Jacob Morris hit 2 home runs at Miller Field this year.
3.
So he can hit the ball if he gets a hold of it. Played for Kinston Forest. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3.
Anyways, that does bring up the next batter, which is Peyton Lawson, first baseman for the Blackstone All-Stars.
Peyton Lawson, see what he can do. He can hit the ball. Not a big power hitter, but he can hit. A changeup got him on that one. That's in up in strike number 1.
Now to be kind of a little bit of stat here, this pitcher's already up to 32 pitches so far in this game. It's only the second batter of the second inning.
Here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be low. 1-1 goes a count.
Someone's shaking our thing.
Right in the bit?
Yep. Someone's leaning up against the fence. Okay, here comes now the windup from Lewis with a 1-1 count with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball 2, and that was close.
I thought that was a strike. I have to be honest with you. I know I'm kind of rooting for Blackstone because my brother's on the team, but that did look like a strike.
Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be fouled back. And Morris starts running anyway, even though the balls are hitting towards the crowd cars back there.
That's a good decision. Every time you hear that back,
I'd rather have hustle.
Exactly.
I would too. 2-2 now is the count with 1 out. Here comes Lewis now with a pitch. And that
was close. Ball, yeah. That was close too. Another full count for the
3 balls and 2 strikes. All right, full count. Here comes now the pitch. And That's ball 4.
That walks him. All that work for nothing. That brings up DJ Coleman.
It's like this umpire ain't calling them corners.
I know, it does look that way, doesn't it?
Well, you know, I've said it a couple of times in tournament play. We've seen, and me and you've seen it many times, Robbie, as the strike zone got smaller. Oh, boy, here comes down the pitch. That one's down and low. They're going to try to, they're not going to even try to get Morris going down to second base, and with one out.
Place.
And, yep.
You think about a race there, not, although he was running pretty fast, it could have been
like
a
he was in
race.
first place on that one. Morris streaks down there, and now they have a runner in scoring position, Blackstone has.
9. Sorry, Timmy, 9.
Here comes Lewis, winds up, here comes a pitch. This one's going to be low, and that's going to be an error for ball 2.
And he's up over 40 pitches now.
He is at 30. That's a 39th pitch. 40th pitch coming up right now. Like I said, it's just the second inning. It's just the second inning.
Here comes a windup in the pitch. And a high fly ball. This one is going. It's the fence. P.J. Coleman got a hold of one, and they're going to send Morris on in. And Blackstone puts another run up on the scoreboard, and it is 3-0.
Beautiful hit.
That was a nice hit. Yes, it was. Now Blackstone needs to keep this pressure up. Don't let up. Hunter McGraw coming up. He's up from the minor league. I think this is his first year in the major league as well.
It is. Hunter can hit the ball. And this one's going to be high for ball 1. And I'm going to have to say this. Dinnwiddie Nationals are still having their pitching problems.
Yeah, this is what's killing them right now.
Yep. And that one's going to be low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
This is definitely not the same Dinnwiddie National team we saw last year, that's for sure.
Oh, Lord, no.
I mean, the kids are doing the best they can, but they're just pitching is what's killing them. I hate to say that.
I think you all went to the traveling teams. I think they all graduated.
Yeah.
Here comes the wind up in the pitch.
Outside.
And that one's going to be outside for ball 3.
Like I said, this poor pitcher there, Lewis, he's starting to rack up quite a bit of pitches here. The game is still pretty early.
3 balls and no strikes now. And this one's going to be down in the dirt again. And that'll be ball 4. Hunter McGraw will walk, and that brings up Ben Inch.
They're going to call timeout. They have to call timeout.
And he does.
Yeah. They're going to have
1 out. Yeah.
Now batting number 20.
Looks like Lyle might be coming in.
I don't remember Lyle. I think he pitched last night.
Yes, he did. He did.
He pitched a lot of pitches, though. He leads with 44 pitches. 19 of them were strikes, 25 balls, 2 hits, and 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts.
Well, again, he's a little bit of a faster pitcher, Lau. And I think Lau is actually their number 1 pitcher.
Oh, really? So you think they tried to deal with their number 2 pitcher, huh?
Number 6.
That was pretty risky.
Lyle now on the mound.
Well, the problem is, though, Lau had his problems. Again, Blackstone's going to have to be patient.
Yep. They've already worn out one pitcher. Now they can do it to another one. That puts them in a good position. Yeah, he is a faster pitcher.
Yeah.
But his accuracy is what I'm wondering about.
Well, I mean, they got into trouble yesterday.
And it seems like he's in there, so he's like during his practice, he's zeroing it in there. So
they didn't get theirs neither. When we started with 2 new pitchers.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you see.
I know. I told myself, she called right in front of me.
You see, Dinnwiddie Nationals, you hear Mike isn't very happy about the, Blackstone being able to pitch their pitchers again.
Oh no.
Hey.
Well, I guess none of them. Oh no.
Nobody's happy.
In fact, there was a big uproar about that. And like we said at the beginning of the ball game,
went to the league commissioner.
Oh yeah, between Matthew Fitz also of Farmville will also be able to pitch tomorrow.
Batting number 20, Ben Inge.
Come meet that.
Ben Inge, the bat now.
So Ben Inge.
Still time to be patient.
Got to be patient. Be patient, Ben Inge. Here comes down the pitch, and this one's going to be a hit down the first base line.
That would have been a strike, I think, though.
Yeah.
There, but.
Now they'll be in there for strike number 1.
I still grumble when they swing on the first pitch, even though it was probably justified.
Well, I mean, in some cases, when you got a pitcher that has problems not warmed up yet, here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss, and there.
Way behind.
Way behind, yeah.
Yep. Hayden Lawson walked, and so did Hunter McGraw. And that one's going to be outside.
That was
That's going to be in there for ball number 10.
He's not calling these corners. He's not calling these corners.
Yeah, exactly. Tim's
He's
right.
not calling the corners.
If it's not in the middle, right in the middle of that plate, he's not going to call it a strike.
The runners on first and second. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one's down a little bit low, and that's going to be in there for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Go kick.
Josh Bronson will be on deck. And a hard hit ball will go to third base. Definitely going to try for 2.
Running slow.
Come on. Way to stretch out, Gavin. That's way to stretch.
So,
way to go.
Double play there. And that will be 1 run scores. And now we got 3-0 game still in favor of Blackstone. We'll be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Breeds make more friends and express their individuality. When they learn to play some music, act or paint or dance or write creatively.
Hot from the toaster and filled with the essential creative thinking skills of an 18th century musical genius, Mozart Toasties are an important part of an arts-healthy childhood. Studies show that involvement in the arts helps kids increase test scores and promotes academic achievement. Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. The arts. Ask for more. Brought to you by Americans for the Arts, the NAM Foundation, and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Miller Field.
A second.
Yep.
Matthew Hart staying in there. No surprise.
All right, here comes down the pitch from Hart. And that one's going to be shot that one down there a little outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strike. And no, this umpire does not call corners.
No, he does not. That was a little high, though.
Yeah. Yep, it definitely was high. Here comes down with Matt, winds up, and that one's going to be in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
They're not going to wait on Matthew. They think they are. That's going to surprise them.
Nope, it's going to be a lot different than it was yesterday. Here comes down the pitch. And this one's a hard hit ball into the hole. And it will be fielded by the center field McGraw. He will throw it in there.
Well, let that one go. Not a big deal, but you got Lance Dalton, second baseman for the Dinnwiddie Nationals coming up now.
And that will be a base hit. Lance Dalton will be up. Sanchez will be on deck.
Sanchez.
All right. Matthew looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. That's in here for ball 1.
Inside, rather.
Shot Lance.
They're trying to wait on him on these first pitches, which it makes sense.
Yep.
I would too if I were them, frankly.
Matthew takes a deep breath now, winds up. Here comes the pitch.
That's a strike.
And a beautiful pitch by Matthew. Nice and fast and right on target for a strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Foul.
And they call that a foul?
Yeah, it's a foul.
Well, that'll be another strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matthew's still looking for his first strikeout, though, but that's okay.
Hey, you know what?
As long as they're getting outs. That's all that matters. As long as they're getting outs.
Runner on first base for Dinnwiddie. Here comes the pitch.
He blew that one.
And there goes the runner down second. They will not get him. And
that's 2.
Tim, what is he throwing?
Change up.
changed up too much.
Yeah, he's not throwing it like his fastball, like he's supposed to.
Okay, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second base off the steal. Here comes now the pitch. And that one was a little bit high, and that Matthew's looking at a full count situation.
Yeah, he's got to be careful not to start burning himself out on pitches.
Exactly.
For no result.
Well, it's very hot out here, so you got to be careful. But try to throw strikes. Got to throw it right down the middle. Here comes now the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back.
Yeah, now
Count remains same full.
And now we have Lance Dalton here making Matthew work for this one.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-0. Blackstone lead. No outs on the board though. Here comes down the pitch. And this one's going to be a chop. And they're going to try to throw him out at first, and it does. Runner will advance to third base. And they're going to throw it.
Oh, no! Come on. Oh, man. That's an easy out to a blown play.
Yep.
That will bring the 1 run on the board for Dinnwiddie National. But what happened? Just a bad throw to Logan Powell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who threw the pitch? I mean,
well, and Logan couldn't cover it. It was a blown play. He should never release that ball.
Not from first base anyway.
Especially since the runner was going back to third. He should just hand it back to Matthew and froze that runner right there on first. On third, rather.
Okay, full count. They got to get this guy out. Here comes the pitch. No, they don't. They walk him.
Yeah. No.
There's one out.
Oh, one out. Okay. The guy, all right. Hey, the guy got out at first base. Well, looking up the wrong scoreboard, guys. Sorry about that. Right. Here comes down the pitch. After throws another one in the dirt.
It's doing the dirt for him.
So Matthew needs to get that signal up. Get that ball up just a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes now. Here comes down the pitch. That one's in there for strike number 1. 1 ball, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That said, this team, they're not going to wait on Matthew. That's one thing for sure.
Yep. So 2-1 pitch now. Matthew will look and now winds up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As this
Thomas Sanchez.
Here comes down the pitch.
Inside.
Yeah, inside. That's another full count for Matt Hart.
Yeah, it's 2 in a row.
Boy, this umpire is hard to get a strikeout of. Nobody on base, but here comes Matt with a full count pitch. This one is going to go high. This will be out of play, and the count still remains. So now they got Matthew throwing a lot of strikes.
Yeah, man, what's happening?
Or a lot of pitches, rather.
He's already thrown 7 pitches to his 1 batter, which is a lot of pitches here.
Well, you got to throw it. You got to throw this thing down the middle, and you got to throw it fast.
Exactly. You need this out now badly.
Yeah. Here comes down a pitch.
Oh, caught the corner.
Number 3. That was a guy's pitch.
Yeah.
That brings up Toby Puckett.
That's the first strikeout that Matthew had in his ball game.
Yeah. He worked for it, too. He really did work for that one. Toby Puckett, he's a big kid there. He did decent last night.
Toby Puckett.
Don't have his exact stats.
So, other than that one mistake, it had probably kept that guy from scoring. Here comes the pitch.
Strike.
And that was in there for strike number 1. I couldn't see that. I didn't know if it was
right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Right down. I couldn't see it because got a camera guy on the way.
Fortunately, I can see great.
No balls and 1 strike to Puckett. Matthew now backs out. He needs to wipe his hair off a little bit. Now he steps back up. He's ready to go. Infield's down and ready to go. Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be high. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike.
That was a handcuff throw, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, backs him off the plate a little bit. I don't know about you. If I saw a ball come at me that fast, that close to me, I'd be backing off from then on out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is their number 8 batter.
Yeah.
Here comes down the pitch. This was foul back. Now being striking number 2.
Hey, strike's a strike, though, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matthews ahead of this of Puckett so far. This is a left-handed hitter. Matthews had some problems in the pad with left-handers. All right, here comes now the pitch. And that was a change up way outside. It's in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Best thing Matthew to do is just go ahead and throw one right down the middle on this guy.
Yeah. He's aiming, it looks like.
Yeah. And he just needs to go ahead and just do like he normally does. All right, now winds up. Here comes the pitch. And he didn't aim that one. That was a pretty pitch. Just got hold of it and fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Clear one up, babe.
Logan saying something to Matthew Hart. Probably throw strikes.
That's usually good advice, I have to say.
Yeah, Matthew says you don't want to get up on this mound as high as it is. And now Matthew backs down. Batter steps up in the box. Matthews on the mound. Now sets himself. Good fastball will do well. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That will be number 3. So, one run scored and nobody left on base. So as we now go to the top of the 3rd, folks, it is 3-1 in favor of Blackstone. We'll be right back after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
And we're back. And we're back here. And Bronson is up. Here comes Lau with a pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1.
And we were just talking about this during the break there, that Bronson needs to be very patient. You know, the whole thing, right now you're playing to wear the other team's pitchers out as well as playing to score points.
So Lau pitches again. This one's a foul back, hits the fence.
That would have been a strike, though.
That would have been in it for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He had no choice.
Well, what you don't want to do is just try to chase after a ball.
Yeah, first pitch, hit to the first baseman and have it easy out. You just want to try to avoid that if you can.
1 ball and 1 strike now to Bronson from Blackstone. They lead 3-1. Here comes the pitch. A changeup.
Good hold back there, Josh.
Yep. Way to hold back. That brings up ball number 2.
From 6.
2 balls and 1 strike. Lau looks, winds up, swing and a miss. That one may have been a little bit high.
Oh yeah, it was. It was at his eyes.
Well, that's 4 pitches anyway. Lau now looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Josh Bonson will strike out. And that comes up Josh Bond and brings it up to the top of the batting order.
Of course, Josh last time he was up, walked, and he needs to be very patient now because they are on the lookout for him now that he's hit that home run in this series.
What did Josh do last time?
He walked.
All right. Here comes now the pitch. And a changeup, Josh Vaughn. That was in there for ball 1.
I don't know why he threw a changeup on the first time.
Yeah, what is this? What is the target? How they see how they're targeting this guy?
Inside.
Yeah.
Oh, no, now it's in the middle.
Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss.
That was
behind him.
And that was a high one. That's something.
He was way behind him.
Yeah. We got to be careful not to do that. Work this guy. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Josh Bond. And this one's going to be a changeup, and this one is going to go foul, and that'll be strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good stop by the third baseman over there.
That was a good stop. Might be able to turn that had that been fair.
Now, it'd be interesting to see how many actually innings Lyle has.
I had no idea. He had to have at least 3 or 4, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pitched three, I think.
Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, we talk about
that can become very important towards the end of the game, though.
Yeah, it's going to become very important.
Ready in field.
All right, here comes down a pitch. Swing and a miss. Now
that was all the way down
3.
third base.
Yep, looking the wrong way. That brings up Mr. Brandon Parrish, who walked last time. And unfortunately, Blackstone's kind of fallen back in their old habits of swinging anything that looks close.
Well, he's a faster pitcher, and anytime you get a faster pitcher, you tend to swing it. Here comes the pitch.
Oh,
that was going to be in there for ball 1.
Brandon was scaring me on that one. I thought he was definitely going to swing. He looked like he wanted to.
Yeah.
He's reaching. I'm going, no, Brandon, don't do that.
This one right here where Brandon can hit the ball. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss.
That's a good little cut, though.
Yeah.
And that was in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon Parrish has hit 3 home runs this year in the regular season. Hadn't hit one during the series here, but anyway, that was a sucker ball that just nobody's going to suck on that one unless you're about a 2-month-old baby who's still sucking on a pacifier. That's about as that's the only thing. Here comes another pitch. And that one right in there for strike number 2. And 2 and 2, and Brandon's got to protect it.
They're having a hard time adjusting to this faster pitcher. They got used to the other guys what's happened.
Yep.
Now they go up there and they choke up a little bit, or they use the lighter bat.
Yep, time to use the lighter bat.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. So Brandon strikes out. So 3 up and 3 down, and we'll be right back right here on the Southside Sports Radio Network. It is 3-1 in favor of the Blackstone All-Stars.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Breaks make more friends and express their individuality. When they learn to play some music, act or paint or dance or write creatively.
Hot from the toaster and filled with the essential creative thinking skills of an 18th century musical genius, Mozart Toasties are an important part of an arts-healthy childhood. Studies show that involvement in the arts helps kids increase test scores and promotes academic achievement. Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. The arts. Ask for more. Brought to you by Americans for the Arts, the NAM Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Back here at Linhard Field at the top of the third, or bottom of the third, actually. And
bottom of the third, that's right.
Yep, it's 3-1 in favor of Blackstone right now. But one of the things that, we knew that Matthew was in for a tough job.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that, like I said, the other pitcher coming in there has really kind of made it a lot tougher for him than we thought it was going to be. Lyle has just been doing a very good job against the Blackstone batters.
Well, in the Blackstone batters need to go up there better prepared.
Yeah, I will agree with that as well.
They need to go up there with a 1-ounce lighter bat so they can get on top of it.
Yeah. The guy's faster, but he's not unhittable.
Exactly.
The only thing I worry about now, as far as Blackstone is concerned, is they're placing a lot of pressure on that pitcher to try to keep up the pace.
Exactly.
And if Matthew runs out of gas, which inevitably he will start to, then Blackstone could fall apart.
Mm-hmm. And this defense has to be behind them.
Yep.
They can't make costly errors.
As of this point, they really haven't been. I hate to say that, but
Well, they got one unearned run.
Here comes Nick Benitez, I'm sorry. Maybe Benitez. High.
And Matthews shoots that one down there, but it's in for a ball one.
I think he dragged his foot that time, didn't he?
Yeah, and you released too high.
Gotcha.
He looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that was a pretty pitch. It's in there for strike one, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's what he needs to do because he's at the bottom of this lineup.
Yeah, this is to strike these guys out is all you got to do. That infield needs to be ready, especially Lawson and Josh.
Here comes now the pitch.
Inside.
And that one's going to be inside for ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Game plays where you need to throw pure strikes, though, in this game is right now.
Yeah.
Nephew winds up. Here comes out a pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball 3.
Outside.
And again,
like I said, this umpire ain't calling corners.
Yeah, you got to throw it down the middle, guy. I hate to tell you that. Batters like it, but you have no choice in the matter.
So Hart winds up. Here comes out a pitch. And this one is going to be in there for a base hit. Goes to D.J. Coleman. He throws it back to Josh Vaughn at second base, and he's got a base hit.
That brings up John Thomas Davis at the bat. Like I said, this is where Blackstone can start getting in trouble if they're not very careful. I know that the umpire's calling a very tight zone there, but
Matthew needs to throw some strikes right now. He needs to try to keep them runners off the bags. Here comes the wind up in the pitch. And that was going to be ball, and that's going to be ball low.
You know, and Matt's taking a lot off his fastball.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that, I wonder?
I don't know.
Trying to place it in there.
Exactly.
Anytime, stop doing that. Just let your fastball go where it goes.
Exactly.
All right, here comes now the wind up in the pitch. And that was a fastball but high. That's been in the ball, too.
That looked like a strike.
And that's what he needs to be doing.
Yeah.
Is just like that. That's the way he needs to be throwing.
So that brings up 2 balls and no strikes, though, to this guy. And right now, they're almost a super sub here. Here comes the pitch. And that's in there for strike number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now this guy will probably be swinging. I mean, you got to get these guys into position. Into a situation where they're not just going to lay back on you.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're just sitting back there waiting until he throws that first strike.
All right, here comes the windup. Here's the pitch, and that's in there. Strike
number 2. Pull back in time. Oh, runner stuck in swing.
And they got to pick him. And he made a mistake, but he gets back in time. He will remain at first.
That
was not good ball playing whatsoever.
They should have had him.
Yep.
I don't know where the backups were doing, what they're doing.
All that ended up with being as a distraction.
Yep, and everyone's tired. Everyone's heart's beating up now. So
Matthews Lee's got him 2-2 right now, but he's got to get the 3rd and final strike.
Yep.
So here we go. Runner on first base. Here comes now the pitch. Matthew winds up and delivers it. Ball high.
Another full count.
And he's getting too many. He's trying to place the ball too much, and he's just not throwing his good, nice fastball that he normally throws.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's just too hot or.
No, he's just out there thinking too much.
Yep, he's overdoing it. Just go there and throw.
And that's what his coach should be telling him.
Yes, they're all everyone's kind of waiting for the batter too. Okay. Yeah, just go there and throw it. He knows how to throw it.
All right. Let's see what he throws this time.
Oh, and
that was down there, and he walks another run. Well, Matthew's getting a little frustrated now.
Yeah. It's when it's time to call timeout.
Since Sanchez,
just have a little talk.
He had a strikeout pocket, but a base hit and a walk. And that one is going to be in there for strike 1.
Good job, Ryan. See you, babe.
I've always told Matt there, when it gets like this, you're having a hard time, don't get all depressed. Get mad. Go after him.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, here comes now the pitch.
He's overthinking. That was way overthinking.
Am I right? There's no outs?
No outs.
Yeah, there's no outs.
He's overthinking. Just go after him. Get mad. Go after him.
All right. All right, here comes the windup and the pitch. And that was going to be in there for strike number 2. So Matt needs just to zap one down there, and he could probably go ahead and retire this batter.
Yeah.
Runners on first and second with no outs for Dinnwiddie. Swing and a miss. That was a foul bat. Well, we knew, though, that Dinnwiddie was going to hit Matthew. Yeah. We did know that. We discussed that.
Yeah, the problem is when Matthew's getting in trouble is these walks are starting to beat him up.
Yep.
Well, only one walk, actually.
Yeah.
The hit, though, those little hits, though, you got to beat him up.
Well, the infield's got to start doing their job. Here comes out a pitch.
High, too.
Yep.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah, get him. Got him. Got that lead runner out at first base, and what a big play.
Yeah.
What a big play.
That was bad base running by, they thought they could get away with it twice, and it burned them. That takes a little bit of load off Matthew now. Now he got 1 out. And more important, that leadoff runner now. Out of scoring position finally.
If he gets his third and final strike,
yep.
That could be, that'll be one batter he don't have to pitch at. Matthew winds up. Here comes out a pitch. And that was strike number.
That was ball.
That a ball.
Call it a ball.
Yeah, he called the ball.
It says 2
and 2 is now the count.
I'm like Tim. If it's corners, this umpire will not call it.
Oh, boy, I tell you, 2 and 2.
He's not calling corners whatsoever down there.
If you don't put it down in the middle, the problem is that's a batter's love those. So Matthew's going to have to gun it down there to get it past him.
Here comes out a pitch. And this one's going to be, they're going to try to get the runner. No, they're not going to try to get him. He'll get down to second base on a steal. That brings up another full count for Matthew.
Way too many full counts.
Yeah, Matthew's having a lot of trouble getting out of this inning.
Yeah, way too many full counts.
Well, a full count. Let's see what he does. Now he winds up the pitch, and he walks.
Aimed it.
Yep. I think they need call timeout. Just have a talk with Matthew, find out what steal is. Is he hot or something? Pour some water on his head, whatever it takes, you know.
And I think Randy's going to come out and talk with him a little bit. And he will do that.
Number 15, Colton Clyburn.
So as the infield will gather together, we're going to find out what he's doing. But like you said, Tim, he's trying to aim the ball.
Yeah, he's not throwing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's two people he's walked right in a row there.
Matthews.
And by the way, he's been ahead of him twice as well.
Well, Matthews had this problem in the past when he sometimes gets into a little bit of pitching trouble. What does he do? He starts to aim it.
Yeah.
And once he starts to aim it, his whole game goes to pieces. Well, let's see what happens. See if the talk did any good.
Runners on first and second now.
Yep. Here comes down the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1, and a nice pitch by Matthew Hart.
Yep. See what they've been trying to do. They've been sitting and waiting on that first pitch since like the second inning.
Runners on first and second. Here comes that pitch.
A little high.
And that one's going to be high. And like I said, they're calling him, man, this guy's strike zone is man, I'm telling you, it's almost a bullseye that an F-15 would have to shoot at.
Yep.
I mean, it is tight. So 1-1 count with 1 out. Matthew winds up and throws this one.
Oh, way high, but he gave it to us.
Yep. That'll be in there for strike number 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was way high and inside. You bet after his coach told him that he will not be swinging almost anything. Just all you got to do now, going down the middle, he won't even touch it.
All right, so Matthew winds up. And this one's going to be a hit. And a mistake. You're going to try to throw it.
Tag the runner.
And then oh, what a busted up play that they did. Logan Powell had the guy easy at third and could not outrun him. You can't do that. You absolutely can't do that.
Guys, I gotta say right now that I may have called Logan saying I shouldn't have. I gotta apologize profusely for that. That was stupid of me. My fault.
Oh, man. What had happened was that the way that ball was pitched, Logan could not run over quick enough and tag him is what happened. It's not that so much Logan made a bad error or anything. It's that he just, you know, Logan with a member still healing from that broken ankle. All right, here comes the hit, and they're at the top of the batting order. This will go foul, ball one. I mean, strike number one. And what a terrible position Matthew is in right now.
Yeah, base load with the best.
There's someone hit over there.
Oh, someone's okay?
Yeah, someone got hit.
Oh, my goodness sakes. I hope they're all right.
Yeah, someone got hit.
Oh, they're okay.
Throw. Well, they got the rescue squad here.
Yep.
That's a good thing. But you can't make these mistakes when you're with a team that's hitting like this team does.
Yep.
And they're hitting off of Matthew. God only knows what they're going to do to some of our other pitchers.
Yep. Okay.
Bases are loaded. Here comes down the pitch. And that was that ball was just horribly messed up. And that was in there for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Calm down, have fun, 1-2.
They need base in the shot.
All right. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 2.
That's all right.
And boy, what an important out this would be.
Very important. Still only one out.
Base can go to any base right now, and I tell you, I would go right for home plate. I hope they got their heads in the game. Get them out at first. Get that lead runner. Get them out at home plate.
Should be nothing but a fastball right here.
Yep. And oh boy. It's all the way to center. 1 will score. 2 will score. And they're going to try to get the runner. They missed that ball. And this game is tied up.
Why they're not putting Josh at shortstop is beyond me.
Yeah, I'd say that's cost them a couple of times so far in this game.
Randy's going to come out and talk to Matt, but that was not Matt's fault.
Yeah. That really, I mean, the guy got hold of it, hit, what's his name, Parrish's glove, and just kept on going, so.
Well, the thing is, mistakes is the thing, right? I mean, we've seen how many errors? Like 2 or 3, 4 errors already in this one series?
Yeah, and that's what's beating him up right now. Now they're tied up. Now they're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
And Matthew's getting tired.
Oh, he's getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Exactly. It's still only 1 out.
All right, 6, give me a shot,
So 3-3 now is the score. So you've seen that dwindle away. Go ahead, run. Runners on second and third. And that one's going to be low for ball 1. And Matthew's just frustrated, like to say, hey guys, you got to back me up a little bit. Here comes the wind up in the pitch, and that's in there for ball 2. So Matthew's having a hold. Now Matthew can't even hit the strike zone.
Find some in drive, baby.
No tomorrow for either one of these teams if they lose.
Yep.
Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be fouled back. The trouble is they loaded up the bases.
Yep.
With the top of the lineup coming up, and that's always dangerous.
That's right.
And the thing is, Matthew was admitting Matthew's exhausted.
We knew that this team was going to hit off Matthew, but I mean, the infield's just
you have to have a defense. So
yeah, and that's a change-up by Matt. A nice one in there for strike number 2.
Runner threatens to come in. Stay where he's at.
And boy, a big thing would be this third strike right here. And then they're going to have Kyle Wallace that will be coming up. And we'll see what happens. Matthew needs to come with a nice fastball here and get that last strike. Here comes the pitch, and he does it. It goes to third. He throws the ball, and a bad throw by Logan Powell. They're going to try to go. And Dinnwiddie will take the lead.
Another fielding mistake by Blackstone. That should have been 1, 2, 3 easy.
No problem. They got. Oh, they didn't get the guy out at first?
They didn't. No. He pulled his foot.
Oh, my goodness sakes almighty. Yeah. Oh, my goodness sakes.
I mean, hate to see.
And now they're going to pull Matthew out.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. No, they're not pulling Matthew out. They're coming to talk. Now they're going to be talking to the Randy Webb has come out. Get a good close shot of Matthew.
I can pull the replay on that.
He pulled it.
Oh, he did pull it. Okay.
Yeah,
Good job, Ethan. Way to run it out.
Now batting number 1, Cole Wallace.
That should have been easy out for Blackstone. Again, they blew that one.
Give me a shot, baby.
That brings up Cole Wallace. Had a double last time he was up.
All right, now Randy Webb is coming out on the field again.
Just then they got to pull Matthew because he went in 3 times.
No, he went out and protested the call.
Yeah.
He didn't say a word to Matthew.
Yeah. Well, he don't say a word. It's not really kind of going on the field.
Well, if you did pull Matthew, who would you bring in?
I don't know who you could, frankly. I mean, you bring Josh, but Josh, it's just too early right now. They still need a couple more innings, another inning off Matthew before they can start taking him out. And they're not going to reverse that decision, obviously. So.
Come on, Cole.
Cole Wallace, very good hitter for Dinnwiddie National.
Well, boy, three runs right in a row.
Yep.
He does the bunt. He comes back there, and here comes the runner who's going to come in, and it's going to be now foul.
And then the guy goes all the way to third because they're feeling sorry. How do you let that guy go from first all the way to third?
I'd say Blackstone's self-destructing right now is what's happening.
Exactly.
They made 2 mistakes. I mean, they're not. Look, they're not even in a ready position right now.
And now Rennie is going to protest another call. Tim, do you know what that's all about?
Yeah, the guy that was bunting, that was attempting to bunt.
And he was attempting to bunt.
Oh yeah, I get it now.
And he was attempting to bunt. That'll bring us, take the score off.
It's an attempt to bunt. It'll bring your third baseman out of position. That's not. You can't steal when you bunt, can you?
Well,
yeah.
I don't. Trouble is.
Well, the trouble is that he has no defense behind him right now.
Yeah, that's what's beating him up.
There's already been 5 errors in this 1 inning.
Yeah.
Well, with a hitting team, you're going to run it. That's one thing we talked about, and this is the All-Stars.
Yep, they're gonna. Now you're behind the 8 ball. Now you're back down too. So they're discussing that now. And this is a big good time. I'm going to change discs on a DVD, okay? So our DVD watchers, wait up and go into the second disc now.